Okay, so some layer one blockchains that we believe are currently undervalued in comparison to the development of layer one blockchains in other respects. First one, Kadena. This is a proof of work braided blockchain consensus mechanism that was launched in 2016. Some notable features here. One of the advisors, Dr. Stuart Haber, was a co-inventor and the most cited author in Satoshi Nakamoto's 2008 white paper for BTC. So this individual is working directly with Kadena to build out their blockchain capabilities, which entails a braided proof of work consensus mechanism, uh, coined Chainweb. And Kadena currently has the potential of uh, achieving 400,000 transactions plus per second. So industry standard is around 1,000 transactions. I believe Ethereum is around 12 transactions a second. Bitcoin's 5, and industry standard is 1,000. So 400,000 transactions per second. Very fast and scalable blockchain that Kadena is trying to build out here. One notable feature that Kadena is offering as well. A lot of these smart contract developing layer one blockchains don't really have their own native programming language, but Kadena does. They have a smart contract language called Pact. It's a fully capable and Turing complete smart contract programming language like Solidity. So almost like a hedge on the development of Solidity. Kadena could be viewed as such. Very top tier development team. A lot of the developers on this team are seasoned smart contract developers coming from very respectable blockchain projects in the past. KDA currently almost 1 billion total. 70% of the token itself is going to be a mined token, I believe, until 2035. And then 20% of the tokens can go for the ecosystem, 6% for investors, and 3% for contributors. So very decentralized project from the get-go. 6% for investors and contributors is very low in comparison to other blockchain projects. It's one of the drawbacks is it does not have EVM compatibility, but it does have wrapped KDA, so it can have bridge capability to the Ethereum network. So Kadena, up and coming smart contract layer one platform. Here are some partners that it's currently partnered with: Celo, Cosmos, Ledger, Polkadot, Flux, Terra. So mind you, this is built on IBC consensus. So Kadena has the capability of connecting to the underlying IBC interoperability. So the money markets on Terra Luna, they can have a plug and play feature into Kadena from the interoperability that the IBC provides. So that was Kadena's just a brief overrun of what they're providing. Not a lot of development is occurring on this ecosystem currently, still being tinkered with and finalized in terms of development. But we are seeing some projects. I believe the biggest one is Flux currently. So this is a decentralized node distributing network that provides computing resources to blockchain networks. And they also have a pretty unique image of how their blockchain system is going to look like. Sorry about this. My internet is pretty slow when I share screens here. But this is how their blockchain architecture almost looks like here. We can like zoom in, and these are just like a chain web, a braided proof of work consensus mechanism. So think of like Bitcoin, but like times 20. So the capabilities of Bitcoin scaling, they're just multiplying that through the proof of work consensus mechanism. And so pretty unique layer one that's kind of undervalued. Not a lot of ecosystem development yet, but if there is a ramp up in that, we could see a lot of FOMO into Kadena. Next one on the list, IOTA. This was founded in 2015. They have 150 plus team members. So out of the three, this is the largest developing team and underlying team project here. They're using a DAG-based consensus mechanism called Tangle. They're capable of reaching 100,000 plus transactions per second. I believe in 2017, when they first ran their testnet, they were capable of 1,000 transactions per second, which is almost unheard of in 2017, when Ethereum and Bitcoin were just still gaining ground essentially. And they're also Solidity-based smart contract language. So this can have an underlying benefit in bringing more projects onto the ecosystem. So the EVM compatible projects, Shimmer Network and Assembly, they're currently developing on IOTA. Assembly is going to be IOTA's EVM compatible network, where developers on Ethereum can leverage their projects and essentially shift onto IOTA's DAG-based technology and start playing around with it and experimenting with the capabilities of it. So yeah, Shimmer Network and Assembly, they're being airdropped currently to holders of IOTA. If you have IOTA and you have it on the native Firefly wallet, you'll be eligible for the Shimmer Network and Assembly airdrops. And tokenomics, 93% of IOTA was distributed through a public crowd sale, and 7% to founders. So out of these three, this is the most decentralized project from the get-go. And currently, I believe all of the circulating supply is circulating. So that's a big plus as well. And as Shimmer Network and Assembly are developing, and people are noticing more development on this ecosystem, the actual token IOTA is becoming more essentially harder to take off of exchanges. So I personally bought some IOTA 3 weeks back on Gate, and they were not allowing me to withdraw. So I had to go to a different exchange entirely to actually get IOTA off exchanges. So a lot of these exchanges are locking it up because of the fact that they might need the potential future of IOTA's token for this ecosystem development to capitalize on it. And 70% of the tokens off of exchanges are staked as well. So a very big plus on that end. And we could see here there's some projects developing on IOTA's ecosystem. Not very big ecosystem as of now, but as this develops more, we could see it expand very quickly. And also, there's a list here of companies that are interested or have mentioned IOTA directly. So you can see here some very top tier companies: Siemens, HP, Intel, Panasonic. So these are all cited references to IOTA from these companies. So it's also picking up some steam on the institutional side of things. Last but not least, Fantom. This was founded in 2018. They have 50 plus employees right now. Most notable individuals: Andre Koje and Daniel Esta. Andre Koje, he's well known for creating Herein finance, as well as a slew of other DeFi-based projects that have been successful. Daniel, he created Time, Wonderland, Ice, and he's also collaborating with Sushi as of right now to bring that ecosystem more TVL. And their consensus mechanism is very similar to IOTA. It's a DAG-based consensus mechanism, but it's called Lechesis, and it's leaderless proof of stake as well. And the capability of this blockchain is 300 plus transactions per second. So very scalable as well. Sitting in the middle here in comparison to Kadena. Kadena is a little bit more scalable, but this is a proof of stake consensus mechanism. The most notable feature, and something that might give it more leverage going forward, is Fantom is it has EVM compatibility, and it has Cosmos SDK compatibility. So it has the capability of leveraging both ecosystems and really capitalizing on this wave of decentralization. The ecosystem as well is rapidly growing this year. It surpassed Avalanche beginning of this year, 2022. Tokenomics out of all these these two other blockchains here, IOTA and Kadena. Fantom's a little bit more centralized. 30% ecosystem, 30% to team, 40% to the public sale. So just some things to take note of there. And we're also noticing here, so this is daily transactions of Avalanche, Fantom, and Ethereum. Here we can see, Avalanche is pretty sideways. Hasn't really increased in TVL or daily transactions. But we see here Fantom in yellow. It has a recent spike. End of December this year or last year, beginning of this year, it's had a really nice spike here. And comparison of Fantom in comparison to other layer one blockchains are doing very well. Ethereum 403 billion fully diluted, 79 for BNB. Fantom here at 9 billion, and it's as I mentioned before, its transactions just recently surpassed that of Avalanche, and that's sitting at $68 billion. So the potential for Fantom to see a nice upswing here is pretty tremendous. And we can see here, this is the TVL in comparison to the fully diluted market cap. 11.3 for Fantom, 5.8 for 11.3 for AVAX, and 5.8 for Fantom.
Yeah, so sorry. The way I would look at this chart is AVAX has 11 billion total value locked, whilst Fantom has around 6. So you have a difference of twice. But in terms of the market cap difference, in terms of the fully diluted valuation difference, you have a difference of 7. So relative to AVAX, Fantom is undervalued. Now, I haven't studied the architecture in depth, but as a trade idea and some of the chatter regarding Andreconia and Daniela for basically they're teaming up to bring DeFi towards Fantom. I think Fantom could be a very interesting trade idea going forward, maybe for next couple of months.
Yeah, definitely. So this chart, goes into more of what Mehdi was just talking about. Fantom sitting here at 9 billion fully diluted, AVAX 68. So the potential to multiply your money is great there. So yeah, 5.8, 11.3 here. Fantom ecosystem, again, it's growing every day. So we're expecting, out of these projects, Fantom might have some more competitive edge here, beginning 2022, sorry. But yeah, that was pretty much it on my end. I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Forrest for Altcoin Showdown.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.